Welcome. In this tutorial, Intermediate Simulator Control, Trend Display, your learning goals are to navigate to a trend display, relate the trend faceplates to the corresponding group display, interpret the trend display elements, change the trend display timescale and time window, and change controller settings on the faceplate.
Navigate to trend displays. Let's open a trend display. From any display or simulator page, select the Trend toolbar button, or press Alt-T on the keyboard. The first trend page appears. The trend page displays, in group order, historical trending data. All the process variables in the SPM are tracked. You can use the normal navigation techniques between trend pages. They are discussed in the Group Displays tutorial. A trend display shows up to 8 instrument faceplates in the same order as the Overview category screen. If you leave a trend category, you will return to the same page when you click the Trend toolbar button. Unless you select it from a group display. Moving between group and trend categories preserves the current group number. Relate trend displays to groups. Each group has a trend page. For example, here on the Overview display, we click Group 11, Composition. Click the Trend button, and the Group 11 trend display appears. Each faceplate is the digital portion of the same functioning faceplate found in the group display. Instruments with a process variable, such as each of these composition sensors, have a color-coded trend line. Let's examine Trend Display 7, Reflux, more closely. Interpret a trend display. Here you see current values for process variables, as on the group display. For controllers and indicators, where applicable, display data includes alarm status, the current set point, the process variable current value, the controller output %open, and controller mode. And on the graph, historical values are plotted for the entire simulation run. Instrument values that are fluctuating are easily spotted. You may toggle a trend line off or on. This can be helpful to reduce clutter, or to determine where the line is. The scale ranges from 0 to 100% of the high scale value for the process variable. That's the same as the group display. The default view is of the current 10-minute window. The graph is shown here, in 10 1-minute blocks, from 11 minutes to 20 minutes, simulation time. These parameters can be changed, as you will see next. Change time scale and time window. During a long session, you can go back to previous time windows, with a left mouse click anywhere in the graph area. Here we have returned to the first time window, where the initial conditions were in effect. Right-click on the graph to move later in time. If no faceplate is selected, the left and right arrow keys on the keyboard perform the same function. The 1-minute intervals for each block can be modified. On the time row, each right-click increases the interval by 1 minute. 2 mouse clicks make a 3-minute interval. The entire graph now shows a 30-minute window. A left mouse click reduces the interval by 1 minute. Up and down arrows on the keyboard perform the same function. The scale range can be adjusted in 5% increments. This is useful to spread the trend lines. Click in the upper area to change the high range. A left mouse button click lowers the high value. a right-click raises the high value. In the lower area, a right-click raises the lowest range value by 5% each click. Left clicks lower it. As an example, let's change the range to read from 15% to 85%. If you navigate to other pages, the range retains the modified value. Change controller settings. Instrument control using the faceplates works the same as on the group displays. Click a faceplate to select it. Note that for technician and instructor accounts, clicking the instrument tag selects the related instrument detail page. Here, we now select the hand switch, 802. Toggle the pump on or off with the mouse by clicking on the switch state. Left and right keyboard arrows also toggle the run, stop state. As on the group display, you can change a controller mode with a left or right mouse click on the mode line. To modify a set point value, click the digital readout, then type the new value and press enter. Or you can use the toolbar ramp up or down buttons. Modify output values using the same techniques.